Hello students, good morning. Welcome to online learning standard 9th subject science, and in science we have been discussing chemistry part, and the topic of today's class is mixtures. Dear students, we have started the lesson matter around us, and we have seen in the previous video about what is called as matter, how it is classified, then what are called as elements, their types, and also about compounds, and finally the differences between elements and compounds. So these are the things we have discussed in the previous video, and now in this video the concept we are going to discuss is mixtures, their types, and finally the differences between compounds and mixtures. Okay, dear students, let us move on to the video. Dear students, look at both the pictures. These both pictures can be considered as an example for mixtures. In the first picture, what is taken? Mixture of sweets is taken. Now I have a question. Is there any connectivity between one sweet and another sweet? No, there is no connectivity. Just they are mixed in a container. Likewise, look at the second picture. What is taken here? A vegetable salad. Is there any connectivity between one vegetable and another vegetable? No, there is no connectivity. Okay, so if the substances, if the components are mixed in any proportion, in any ratio, without any chemical connectivity, then the newly obtained one is called as mixtures. And the one more example for this mixture is your pencil box. If you take your pencil box and look, if you have a look on it, what will be inside? You will have the things whatever you need. You will have a pen, a pencil, eraser, and whatever you need, everything you'll place it in a pencil box, isn't it? Yes. Will there be any connectivity between pen and pencil or pencil and eraser? No, there is no chemical connectivity, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so this can be considered as an example for mixtures. Okay, now let us see the definition of mixture. What is called as mixture, that we will discuss now. Okay, look at the point number 1. What is given? It is an impure substance. Elements are the pure substances, whereas mixtures are impure substances, because they are mixed in any ratio, no? So they can be considered as an impure substance. Then look at the point number 2. What is given? When two or more kinds of things physically mixed together in any proportion, that is called as mixture. So what is called as mixture? It is obtained when two or more kinds of things physically mixed together in any proportion. There is no fixed proportion to form a mixture. Things can be mixed with other things in any proportion, so that we will get a mixture. Is it clear, students? What are the informations we have got about mixture? It is considered as an impure substance, and in mixture two or more components are physically mixed in any proportion. There is no chemical connectivity between one component and another component. Is it clear, students? Okay, now let us see what are the types of mixtures. There are two types of mixtures given in your textbook, and they are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, well, students, what are the types of mixtures? Homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Dear students, you may know the meanings of the term homo and hetero. What is called as homo? Homo in the sense same. What is called as hetero? Hetero in the sense it is different. Okay, in the coming slides, let us see what is called as homogeneous mixture and what is called as heterogeneous mixture. Okay, dear students, look at this picture. Before defining homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture, I would like to show you the examples of homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Look at the first picture. What is taken? A cup of coffee is taken. It is an example for homogeneous mixture. Dear students, can you list out the things which are needed to prepare a coffee? Yes, we need milk, we need sugar, we need coffee powder, and whatever flavoring agents we need, we can add in the coffee. Isn't it? Yes. Now, after mixing all these things, what is the physical state of coffee? It is in the liquid state. We cannot find any other physical states, isn't it? We cannot find any solid particles, we cannot find any gaseous particles in coffee. So, when these things are mixed together, we get a coffee. But in the coffee, all the components are in the same physical state. There is no distinguishable particles. The components of coffee are in same physical state. That is why it's called as homogeneous mixture. Is it clear, students? When the components of a mixture are in the same physical state, then the mixture is called as homogeneous mixture. Is it clear? What is called as homogeneous mixture? When the components of a mixture are in the same physical state, then it will be called as a homogeneous mixture. Is it clear? Do you have any doubt? Okay. Now come to picture number 2. This is picture number 2. What is taken? In a cup of milk, a substance like Kellogg's is floated. Okay. Okay, ma. So here look at the physical states. The milk is in liquid state, whereas the Kellogg's is in the solid state. It is also considered as an example for mixture. But here we observe two different physical states. What are they? One substance is in solid state, whereas one will be in the liquid state. So this can be considered as an example for heterogeneous mixture. How we can define heterogeneous mixture? It is a mixture in which the components are in different physical states. One of the component is in solid state, whereas the other component is in liquid state. Such mixtures are called as heterogeneous mixtures. Is it clear, students? What is heterogeneous mixture? Here the components will be in a different physical state. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. Now we can define about homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. First let us see homogeneous mixture. Read the text. What is given? A mixture in which the components cannot be seen separately, which means they will be in the same physical state, are called as homogeneous mixtures. So what is homogeneous mixture? A mixture in which the components cannot be seen separately, which means they will be in the same physical state throughout. Okay, such kind of mixtures are called as homogeneous mixtures. Then look at the point number 2. What is given? It has uniform composition. Their composition will be uniform, which means they won't have any distinguishable particles. All will be in the same physical state. So such kind of mixtures are called as homogeneous mixtures. Okay, let me read the definition one more time. What is called as homogeneous mixture? A mixture in which the components cannot be seen separately are called homogeneous mixtures, and the homogeneous mixture will have uniform composition. Okay, then come to heterogeneous mixture. Okay, let us read the definition of heterogeneous mixture. How it is given? A mixture in which the components can be seen separately. Here what is the meaning of this term? The components can be seen separately, which means the components will be in the different physical state, as we saw in the previous case, the mixture of milk and Kellogg's. Okay, a mixture in which the components can be seen separately are called the heterogeneous mixtures. And here no uniformity is seen because the components are in different physical states, no? So here no uniformity is seen, so it's given it has no uniform composition. So with this homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture over. So what are the things we have seen? What is called as mixture? When two or more components physically mixed in any proportion, that is called as mixture. What are the types of mixture? There are two types. They are homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixtures. And what is called as homogeneous mixture? In a mixture, if the components are in same physical state, or we can say if the components cannot be seen separately, then it is called as homogeneous mixture, and homogeneous mixture will have uniform composition. Then we have seen about heterogeneous mixture. What is called as heterogeneous mixture? In a mixture, if the components can be seen separately, then the mixture will be called as heterogeneous mixture, and here there is no uniformity. Okay, ma? Okay, ma. Dear students, now we are going to see about the differences between compounds and mixture. Okay, it is also a very important question. Let us list out the differences between compounds and mixture. Come to point number 1. What is given here? A mixture contains two or more substances. This we know. If you take vegetable salad, what will be there? At least more than two vegetables will be there. Isn't it? Yes. So that is given in the point number 1. A mixture contains two or more substances. But in the case of compound, if you take a compound, it is a single substance. If you take water compound, only H2O molecule is present. So it is a single compound. If you take sodium chloride, only NaCl is present. So it is a single compound. Okay. Then come to point number 2. In mixtures, what is given? The constituents are present in any proportion. There is no way of defining the structure of mixture. Anything can be mixed with anything to form a mixture. So that is given in point number 2. The constituents are present in any proportion. But in the case of compound, fixed proportion is maintained. If you take water molecule, water is a compound. What is the formula? H2O is the formula. Here what is the fixed proportion? In water, 2 atoms of hydrogen must be present. Likewise, 1 atom of oxygen must be present. So there is a fixed proportion on the number of atoms is maintained in the case of compounds. That is given in point number 2. The components are present in fixed proportion in the case of compounds. Is it clear? Okay. In the case of mixture, there is no fixed proportion is maintained, but in the case of compounds, fixed proportion is maintained. Then come to point number 3. Here it is. What is point number 3? The mixture show the properties of the constituent particles. Okay, so every particle will have their own properties even after mixed together. Okay, so that is given in point number 3. They show the properties of the constituent particles. For example, if you take the vegetable salad, you have prepared a vegetable salad, you have mixed them well, but even after mixing, the onion will show its own property, the tomato will show its own property, the carrot will show its own property. So after forming mixture also, there is no change in their properties. Is it clear, students? That is given in the point number 3. They show the properties of the constituent particles. But in the case of compound, here we can take the example water molecule. Water molecule is composed of hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Originally, hydrogen is a gas and oxygen is also a gas. But when they combine to form water molecule, water is in liquid state. So what is changed? Their behavior is changed. Their property is changed. So that is given here. They do not show the properties of the constituent elements. After forming compound, there is a complete change in the properties of the constituent particles. Is it clear? Okay. Then come to point number 4. Here what is given? In the case of mixture, the components can be easily separated by physical methods. Again, let me take the example of vegetable salad. If I take a vegetable salad, the components can be easily separated by physical methods. If you take vegetable salad, you can easily separate the vegetables by hand picking method, isn't it? Yes. So in the case of mixture, the separation of components is very easy. But in the case of a compound, the separation is not easy. For example, from sodium chloride, the separation of Na and Cl is not an easy process. They can be separated only by means of chemical methods. Okay, dear students, these are the differences between mixtures and compounds. So what are the differences given? What is the difference number 1? They contain 2 or more substance. But in the case of compound, it is a single substance. Then point number 2. The constituents are present in any proportion, whereas in the case of compound, the components are present only in fixed proportion. Then point number 3. they show the properties of the constituent particles, whereas in the case of compounds they do not show the properties of the constituent elements. Then finally, point number 4, in the case of mixture, the components can be easily separated by physical methods, whereas in the case of compounds, the components can be separated only by means of chemical reactions. Okay students, in this video we have seen about what is called as mixture, its types, then the differences between mixtures and compounds. Okay dear students, go through the video and learn well. Thank you.